Welcome to the Tough Crowd program, the Tough Crowd TV program. Grammy-nominated rapper Mystical was sentenced to 6 years in prison when a videotape surfaced of him forcing his hairstylist to perform oral sex on him and members of his crew. Now, he claims she robbed him of $80,000. If he did that and she didn't rob him, he's a rapist. He deserves what he got. If she did rob him and they forced her to do that, that's the hottest story I've heard in a long time. But listen. All right. We were also going to talk about how the malls now sell stripper-style clothes for kids. It's ridiculous. I tried to give my 5-year-old niece a bath. I said, take off your clothes, get in the tub. How much? You try to teach these kids potty training, they tell you it's extra for water sports. I'm sorry, folks. That's where I draw the damn line. And you do, too, apparently. But a West Virginia lawmaker wants to put sex offender alerts on the state's license plates. I've already seen a few. Priest on board. You see that one, right? No? Proud parent of a Neverland Ranch graduate. No? Minnesota, land of 1,000 blonde boys. All right. Also, we'll be talking about the Iowa caucus. The Iowa caucus, which is called that because it's in Iowa and because it's for Caucasians. Now Patrice likes his music. The only one that hates it is that Square Keith. Uh-oh, I guess this is, wait a minute, before we start, what is this in protest?
I gotta work on Martin Luther King's birthday, so this is my protest fist.
Nobody forced you to come.
I'm
They did
sorry.
force me to come.
No, it is. It is disrespectful. I want to say to you, from all the white people, happy birthday. I still got it, baby. Why don't you just accept that? Hundreds of people who believe President Bush's policies dishonor Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday protested Bush's visit to King's grave last week. Take a look at some of the action.
Demonstrators at the tomb of the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. in Atlanta protested the president's visit, opposing the war in Iraq and the administration's treatment of the poor.
It is an insult to those of us who believe in the life and the legacy of Dr. King.
First of all, how annoying is it to see the white people in the middle of the protest? I know even you don't like that. But does someone with a political reputation of Bush dishonor King's legacy, Jeff?
First off, they were protesting the war more than they were protesting. What the heck is that beeping crap?
Somebody's got their cell phone on in the middle of the show.
All right.
That's not right.
So but there's no color when it comes to Martin Luther King. It's all about, it's mankind. It's about mankind.
What are you trying to win? It's definitely, that was awful for somebody who's on an improv show every week. It was racial.
Go ahead.
It was racial.
No, so what are you saying? But do you think it disrespects him? I think
mad because it was black people mad.
So
I'm just following,
basically, what I have to do on this show is be witty immediately, or you're gonna f with me, right?
That's
Not with me sitting next to him,
Okay,
honey.
because I will nail your ass so bad you won't hit you.
I got him
I'll
covered.
wrestle your
Getting
ass.
ugly.
I swear to God.
All right.
John Hannah. John Hannah was a black man.
Can I just
John has
say,
a jersey he's wearing.
I don't think it's wrong for the President of the United States to acknowledge a great man like Dr. King, but if people are so worried about his legacy, they should go out and vote and get rid of this guy, is what they should do. That's honoring Dr. King's legacy.
I could have lived with that, except for the applause.
People act like they like. I just want to see one white person be honest and say they didn't like Martin Luther King.
There was one, James O'Ray.
Yeah, James O'Ray.
The damn word. Why don't you step in and straighten
I
this
think
crew out?
that Bush needs to address the civil rights in his own state and the lack of advance that they've made.
You know what? You've been in England too long.
No.
Listen,
I've
you're
been
from
in
Tennessee. You're a born killer. Don't act like you don't like the death penalty.
I'm against it. But I've been to laundromats in Texas.
Your eyes don't say
and the washing machines, they still say colored and white on them. Right? We still drag black men on the back of trucks up till 5 years ago.
What? One guy
is
is
Texas.
What happened 5 years ago?
Let me tell you something.
What happened 5
They
years ago?
dragged the black dude to Rob Bird on the back of the truck. By the way, those guys got raped in jail, too. Nobody was to say it.
Yeah.
The Iowa caucuses were
Wait a minute, what?
The two guys.
Why'd you say that? As we we supposed to be sorry for or something like that?
Yeah. You're supposed to look at cause and effect.
Wait, the poor guy that dragged the black dude to death got raped in prison.
Right.
And that was your way of protesting the poor white man. You really suck. Why am I on this show today?
No, you're misinterpreting what he's saying.
I'm going to go home in about 2 minutes. What?
You want to hear the truth?
Sit down.
That's his truth.
So it should be the truth. What, Colin, what does that mean?
Objecting to it.
That
You're
means
misinterpreting
that you
it.
can't ignore cause and effect. They got raped in prison. They were crazy. They went crazy in prison, got raped by the black dudes, then they dragged this poor guy into it.
Cause and effect. So you're saying the poor guys, if they didn't do what they did,
Right.
then they would have not got raped. What does that mean?
It means just what you say.
Wait, so what's the cause and effect? That means there had to be something before
Not
the
blame and
dragging.
effect, Patrice. It's
Right,
not
the
blame.
raping
What was the
before
poor
the
thing that
dragging.
happened with the dragging?
The raping.
The raping happened after the dragging.
No, before. Those guys that got out of jail, they went to jail.
You're assuming they got, so that's just old
I'm
bubble
not
reference. You don't
assuming
even
it's
know
an
they
old
got raped in jail. Shut up, Colin.
Yes, I do. I'm not going to shut up. It's just stuff going to come. I have to talk. It'll look bad if I shut up. Why?
make
You don't
a
like the
point?
fact? Because you don't want to hear the fact. You don't want to hear the truth.
That
They
those
got
poor
raped.
white boys got raped. So,
Five black dudes in jail, and they turned into psycho racist Klansmen because of it.
so you're saying those two are like Miss 45 from the movie where she got raped twice and then now she's shooting everybody in the park and everything.
You know
Or
what?
she's,
I'm not even old enough to know that movie yet.
We have
I
Miss
understand
45 or Eileen Warnes where it's all their fault.
All right,
That
let's
is what I'm
move
saying.
So
on.
this is Tough Crowd with Colin Quinn and Patrice talks a lot.
that. This is how it always is.
I'm sorry, Joe. I'm sorry.
Me and Patrice are on. This is what it always deteriorates to. The Iowa caucuses were today. Here's a look at the Iowa Democratic Committee during a caucus practice session. They use characters, this is true, from The Simpsons instead of the real candidates. This is from C-SPAN. This is what they do.
I'll go over the candidates. Homer Simpson, Marge Simpson, Troy McClure, Mr. Burns, Ned Flanders, Barney Gumble. You can form a group of uncommitted people as well.
I vote for Marge.
Now, who could explain what a caucus is? Does anyone know?
I don't anymore.
It's mountains in
Yeah, the Caucasus
Middle
Mountains.
East. Yeah.
A caucus is where they kind of get together and decide who they want to pick for the primary. It's not a primary. It's a different thing.
No. Yeah. That's true.
Primary, they actually vote for the actual.
They're in Iowa.
Who cares?
Who cares? Iowans decide for us. That's
There's four of them, not a
but at
Jew
least
in the whole
now, wait a
state.
minute. At least Iowas are still, they have that sincerity with it. I was like, oh, the process. Can you imagine us going to some caucus? No, because nobody would show up. So let's cut the You wouldn't show up either. None of us would.
They're all losers. Look at these four candidates. It looks like a reunion of Supertramp.